All right, I think we're recording. It's chain season. It's here. It's upon us. Um, so I'll talk about chaining first of all, and then I'll ramble about my normal rambling. So it's chain season. Chain season started September 1st, 9 days ago, and it runs through May. I forget exactly if it's like May 1st or May 31st. I don't know if it's the beginning or end of May. Now, what I mean by that is there are some states that, whether it's snowing or not, you are required by law to have chains on your truck in certain months. Like Colorado, if you're driving, and I don't think it's the entire state of Colorado, it's like if you're on I-70 between certain points, like I'm not going to try to explain, I don't even know every little law, but basically what it is there are several states, mainly western states, Colorado and West, that have laws that basically require you to have chains on your truck during certain months of the year, or if there's inclement weather. You can be fined. Some of those fines can be substantial. Some of them aren't that bad. I think the Colorado fine is like $50, but it might be points on your license. I'm not sure. It's not worth it. So you need chains on your truck to be driving right now. Now, if you're familiar with the states that you're driving in and you know their laws and you know you don't need chains, then you do you, bro. But if you're somebody who drives all 48, then you need chains in your truck right now. Right now. 9 days ago is when these laws started going into effect. September 1st is when Colorado started. And whether it's snowing or not, whether you plan on chaining or not, you still have to have the chains on your vehicle. You can be cited for just simply not having the chains. So enough about that. Let's move on to the main thing about this. It's chain season. You got to put some chains on the truck. I never plan on ever chaining again. I have done my fair share of chaining. I drove a line haul route from Reno, Nevada, to Sacramento, California on I-80 across Donner, where I chained up twice a day, 5 days a week throughout the winter. I've done a considerable amount of chaining. Now, it didn't snow every day, so I didn't chain every single day, but there were a lot of weeks where 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 days out of the week I was chaining, either going over or coming back or both. But I've done a lot of chaining. Don't plan on ever chaining again. If it's bad enough that I need chains and I'm just going to pull over and wait it out, it's if I get stuck in a situation, then of course, yeah, you have to use some chains to get out of it. But I don't ever plan on like driving through snow that requires chains unless I have to. So you have to have them on your vehicle. Chains are heavy and they're expensive. I don't know exactly how much chains are. Let me get chains up here just so we can have a comparison. Let me get this over on my other monitor. Chains. Truck tire chains. Semi-truck tire. This is just showing pickup trucks. Here's commercial truck snow chains. This is just a set of two. Here's regular. Where's the regular cheap chains? This is just a set of two. This looks like the cheapest crap you can buy. And this is the standard tire size. So is that a single fucking chain? Are you for real? I think you can get them a lot cheaper than that because you need like 8 chains. and that would cost you like $800. It's probably because of shipping on Amazon. You can buy them at a truck stop, I think, for a couple $100 for a full set of chains. I think. I'm not sure. But I am gonna buy. I just ordered like 5 minutes ago. I ordered Autosocks because as soon as I realized it was chain season and they were required, I just ordered some Autosocks. Why did I order Autosocks over chains? Well, they may be roughly the same price. Now, this is a set of 4 for $226. You need 8, and they sell them on Amazon. I'm not going to click on thank you because it has a bunch of my personal information, like my address and my name and everything. But I just ordered, and it was double this price is what it was. It was 2 bags of them, so 8 total. And they were selling it for $552. So I just ordered a set of these, or 2 sets of these Autosocks for the truck. I don't plan on using them, but the reason I ordered Autosocks rather than putting chains in my truck is 2 reasons. Number 1 is weight, and number 2 is space. These things are really compact. They're just little bags. Like an entire set of 4 is a bag like probably about that thick. Every single chain is probably about like that, and you're gonna have 8 of them, and they're heavy as shit. I don't know exactly how many pounds it's gonna add to your weight to have chains on your truck, but these Autosocks weigh almost nothing, and they take up very little space in comparison to chains. So that is the reason I'm ordering Autosocks. Supposedly, they are better traction than chains, and they're easier to put on than chains. So supposedly, not only are they lighter, take up less space, but they're supposedly better than chains. So if I do need to use them, then I can use them. Now, Autosocks are any place in the United States that requires chains, and I think also Canada, any place that requires chains, Autosocks can be used in place of chains. These are certified in every state in the US. So you can use Autosocks in place of chains anywhere that has a requirement to use chains. So I just spent $600 roughly. Let me pause this for a second and look at the price. All right, and we unpause. No, it was like $100 off. 226 and 226 is $450, not $550. Well, I can't math off the top of my head for some reason. So with taxes, I think it was $40 in taxes. So roughly $500 that I just spent. And this is the this is what I ordered just a few minutes ago, and it's supposedly going to take a week to get here. But the Autosocks AL79, you'll need 2 sets of AL79. You need 8 total, and each package has 4. AL79 right here is truck Autosocks 79, fits 295 75 R22.5. Those are the size tires I have on my truck. That's a fairly standard size tire that most everybody's going to have on their trucks. But you can go to Autosock and you can search through their enormous list right here. It's like 84 pages of different size tires, and it tells you which number of Autosock you need for that tire. And the AL79 fits several different size tires, not just this specific one. But the AL79 is what I ordered, 2 of them. Throwing more money at the truck. I mean, you have to do it. Like, you have to keep up with laws. It's expensive. Like, that's the reason you make so damn much money driving one of these trucks, is because it's so expensive to drive one of these trucks. Just throwing money. So I'm glad that I remembered that, because I would have hated to, see an awesome load pop up, and can't grab the load because I don't have any damn chains on my truck. I can't go through that state right now. So I got the Autosocks on order. I'm not leaving the house until they get in. So if they don't come in until Thursday, that means I'm going to be home all next week too, which will give me plenty of time to get the tax stuff done. I was probably going to be home all next week anyway, dealing with all the tax stuff, moving over to the taxes. But consider Autosocks. Number one, make sure you have chains if you're running in any of those states that require you to have chains. It doesn't matter if it's snowing in some of the states. In other states, it does matter. If there's inclement weather and they throw up a chain requirement on you and you do not have chains and you just pull over to the shoulder and park it there, Highway Patrol could walk up to your truck and be like, why aren't you chaining up? And you go, I don't have any chains. And they'll just write you a fucking ticket. That's what most of the state laws are on chains, is that within certain months, if there's inclement weather and there's a chain requirement up and you do not have chains, then they will fine you. Other states have laws that just blatantly say, if you travel on this road between these months, you have to have chains, whether there's inclement weather or not. So if you get a DOT inspection, part of their inspection is going to be to ask you if you have chains. And if you don't have chains, they'll cite you. And it could be points. Don't get points on your license. Don't get cited over this. It's chain season. Let's chain up. Let's do it. So yeah, get the chains on your truck. If you're a company driver, if your company hasn't reminded you that you need to have chains, then go in there and let them know you need some damn chains on your truck. It's winter. Now, if you're an East Coast driver, I don't know of any East Coast states that require you to have chains on your truck. It's mainly Western states, but double check all the states. There are several websites that'll list all the states that have any kind of chain laws. So double check where you're going to be driving. I work for an East Coast company, but on their load board, I can grab loads that go out west, and I don't want to be restricted to the east, so I'm going to have, Autosocks on my truck. They weigh almost nothing, they take up almost no space, and they're supposedly easier to use and better than chains. The only negative to Autosocks could potentially be the price, and I'm not 100% how much chains cost. They're really expensive on Amazon. They're much more expensive on Amazon than Autosocks, but that's probably because of shipping. So I would have to see how much chains are at a truck stop. I think they're a couple $100. So Autosocks are probably more expensive, but it's probably worth it. It's probably worth all the hassle. And once I get Autosocks, I'll just keep them in the truck year round. Most people take their chains off their truck in the summer when they don't have to have them on the truck because they're so heavy and they take up so much space. So that's it. That's my video. Check out Autosocks, do some research on them, and consider them in place of chains. But whichever one you decide, make sure if you're running through any of these states that require them, that you got them. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.